Guys, welcome back to the channel, and I am JohnAvanti, and this is my project for today. I'm going to touch up all these spots with ablative paint. Now what this paint does is it prevents barnacles from attaching to the boat. Now I'm not sure what happens here is sometimes when you don't sandblast the ablative paint off over a certain time, it just starts to chip off. So that's what's happening here. Like all this paint is just falling off because basically what people do is they just pile the paint on top of the paint and it gets so thick that it breaks off. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna try not to get the trailer dirty because this is not my trailer, but this is my boat. This is a 2008 Defiance Admiral. It doesn't say Admiral anywhere, but it says 220EX. I think they used the word Admiral on the boat later on down the road. But this is the same exact boat as a 2025 Admiral. Only difference is that maybe they put some more hatches in the boat. But this is an all-composite boat. But this is the brush I'm going to use. And I'm going to just dip it in the bucket. And this paint lasts a long time. It's not like you throw it out and it goes a long way. So we're just gonna paint it like that, see? I could probably paint it all, but my goal is just to get this done. The spots, you see, just like get all these spots painted. Because I am gonna put this boat in the water. It's gonna stay in the water all season until probably like November. I'm gonna try to use it in the winter time. And that's why I have a pilot house, so I can use it for much longer in the season. And then I'll do a full review on it. And it's a really nice boat. I mean, I was looking for boats, and you know, this boat was the most reasonably priced boat in the market for a pilot house. And the other thing I like about it is it has a door, but there's some things I don't like about it, but I still like it. I mean, the price was right, so you know, it's to love the boat. It's to love the boat. So what's gonna happen is, like, as I keep piling the paint up, it's gonna get thicker, and then it's just gonna start peeling off. So it looks like the rollers are really not in the way. And I have this apron on because I don't want to get the paint on my clothes. I have gloves on. You don't want to do this without gloves because this paint is nasty. This is like oil-based, acrylic, nasty paint. It's got a copper in it. And the copper is what the barnacles hate, is the copper. They hate copper. They can't attach to it. And that's what it is, you know? So I'm just gonna go and get all the white spots. Or maybe when I get it home, I'll paint more of it. It'll look more uniform, but once it's in the water, it really doesn't matter. Touching it up is just as good as giving it a full paint. It's probably easy if you have a roller. I have a roller in the truck. I could probably just grab it and then just waste it. But I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and then I'll show you what it looks like after. So we're going to paint all this here. Huge rub. Oh, this is all. That's okay. All that white stuff is all going to get painted the best I can. There's a lot. So I'm just going to get the roller. It'll be a lot faster. And there's more here. You know, I'll use the brush wherever I can't use the roller. So in the back, it looks pretty good. But I think I have enough paint to finish this whole job here. All this white stuff. And then the boat will be good. Hey guys, well, this is part 2 of painting the bottom or just touching up the bottom of the boat. So let's take a look at how it looks now. So the way I did this, I just touched up all the white spots. So perhaps you could see some darker and lighter spots. And it does still, it continues to come off, because what this boat is going to need is a sandblasting to get all these thick pieces off, because they're just going to fall off. But what I had to do is I had to crawl underneath. And I probably would have been better off doing it here, because there's so much more room under this trailer because I lifted it. If you can see the blocks there. So I put all these blocks under it, and a lot of the paint already fell off. I have more paint. I'm going to touch it up before I throw this boat in the water or launch it. And I'm going to get back under here and touch it up some more, and it's going to look good. You could just always just keep touching it up and touching it up, and over time, you know, you'll just every year just touch it up versus having someone come here and paint it, or you know, pay big money, because to sandblast all this off is probably $1,000, and then the paint, so it's like a $1,600 job. You can see like all this is coming off. You know, if you really wanted to invest the money, you can try to get all this off and just leave it off, you know, or put a new stripe on it. This boat is nice. It has nice stainless steel scuppers. This is for the fuel tank. So you can't put fuel in here too fast, or else it gurgles out. It's a nice boat. I mean, if you look at the both of these boats, this boat looks a little bit more roomy because it's open. It has a taller, this is called a hardtop. Now the thing about this is, if you're out and it's windy out, the wind is going to blow you around. This has a lower center profile versus this boat. So if you have canvas on here or isinglass, you're going to swing around a little more in the wind. As you can see, like that canvas, it's all ripped up. This boat won't, it'll probably flap around, but not as much as this. Like if you look at the Parkers, they have even a lower center, a lower pilot house, and you step into it, and that's for wind. So if you have like an easterly wind, whatever it is, whichever way the wind is blowing, you're not going to get, you know, pushed as you're going in the direction you want to go in, because the wind can push you, and you're going to need more power. And if it's really windy out and shitty out and raining out, you're inside. Versus this, you know, where I've gone on this boat and I've gotten soaking wet, the waves come over the top and everything gets wet. In here, you have plenty of room inside. I'll do a full review. And I did start the motor. But yeah, I mean, the boat looks good. I got all under here. You know, that I have to fix that. That's like a couple of screw holes. I have to tighten it up, and there's water dripping out. But yeah, it is what it is. It's an old boat, and this boat's going to last forever. There's no wood in here. There's all composite. So hey guys, so there's some spots that I missed, or it came off while I was putting the boat in the trailer. So I'm just going to touch all that up now. And it's pretty simple. You know, I have a longer brush so I can reach. And you want to try to get as much white as you can. So we're going to get underneath the boat. I'll bring the paint can over here. You're going to get it on your head, your hair. It's going to get everywhere. So a lot of it came off over here. And I'm just trying to squeeze around. Like I thought I got all this, and it just came off by rolling it back on this trailer. It's probably going to come off again when I put it in the water. So I just have this little brush. And I'm just going to put more paint on before it goes in the water. And yeah. So that's basically what it comes down to. Just like that. You don't need a lot. You know, you just want to cover it with black, because that's all it is. It's just a black paint. And a lot of it is just coming right off, because eventually, like I said earlier, you have to sandblast it and get all the chunks off, because it just wants to peel off. like here, this came. Well, I did all this already. But, you know, it's better than like hiring someone to do this, because they're going to want like $200. And they're going to do the same thing I do. You know, unless you pay the money to literally bring it to them, they take it off the trailer, and that's how they want it done, off the trailer. You know, the other thing you could do is you could take your time and scrape everything as best as you can. You know, because these barnacles, they'll stick everywhere. They stick on animals. I mean, whatever's in the water, they just attach to it. Even plastic. I didn't think they'd attach to plastic, but even plastic. So that over there, I'm going to try to go on the other side of the boat. And I just want to get this. Oh, there's so much. There's so many spots where the wheels are over there. See that? And I got to get in here. I'm just going to do it the best I can. I mean, if there's a couple of barnacles, it's not going to really like destroy your boat. And if you get some paint on the rocks, it's no big deal. You know, it just needs more paint. Like I'm just doing it blindly. I can't even see what it is. And if you get paint on the rollers, it's no big deal. Then if you have stiff rollers, it's gonna peel the paint off, unless it's on, you know, where they sandblasted it, and even over there it came off. You could see there. I can get that from here. Oh, I got some on my arm already. And I would agree, like, get a long brush. So you'll have a longer reach. And it'll just be easier. Like here, see, with the long brush, I can just reach rather than like sticking my arm in there. And there's like some over here. You know, I have time, so I'm just trying to be a little finicky about it. Yeah, I mean, it generally looks okay. You know, like, you can see how thick it is here with this paint. Because I think this guy, whoever owned this boat before me, never had it sandblasted before. You know, or maybe he did. I mean, this boat's a 2008. So there's a spot right there. I'm gonna get that, and then I'm gonna come out from under and go on the other side. So you can see like some of it there is chipping off. See that? So eventually this might even come off when I launch the boat. And there's a spot there I missed. Now either I missed it or it came off. But yeah, I mean, this should be good enough. And once you get it done, where they sandblast it and all of that, it should last 2 years, like a really good paint job. So now I'm under the back of the boat, and I'm gonna get the can to do this big spot here. So basically what the barnacles do is, the buildup is they slow down your boat. They put a lot of drag on your boat, and one thing you don't want on a boat is drag. So the less barnacles, the better. So this is aluminum, so you don't want to really use this paint, but what the hell. You know, I'm just going to use it. I don't think it's going to do anything to it, because aluminum and copper don't mix. So you don't want to paint copper, you don't want to put copper on aluminum. It's really nice, like a professionals, and they scraped this boat. They were here for like 4 hours doing this. And this was $600 to literally like paint the bracket, paint all this. You know, and they did a pretty good job. They lifted the boat off the rollers. So pretty much like this boat is done, technically. But looking at the front, you know, you can see the difference. How nice this boat was painted with a beautiful, nice line versus this one, you know. But once it's in the water, no one's even going to care, notice, or anything like that. You know, here you can put like Armor All, once you clean it. Like this boat has like little gel coat issues here where the guy was bumping into the dock. This isn't too bad. Like here, some gel coat. And then if you come around, this is the worst spot. Like there's a couple little spots here that I want to get fixed. All right, and then over here is the worst spot. Like I don't know what happened here. You know, the guy was probably banging into the dock. There must have been metal and he was scraping up against it. But that's not going to happen here. It's not going to happen. And maybe, you know, if I really like the boat, I'm going to keep it. You know, I'll take all the striping off, make it look nice. Maybe get new decals. Blue. I'll get blue, not black, because I like blue. And you can see, like, this is all got to be washed and compounded. And here's a little thing to attach your boat to. You put the lines on here. You know, that's how you do the bottom, just to touch it up, you know, without hiring anyone and spending $200. That's what they would have charged me to do that. And the people that I bought the boat from gave me the paint. So I just went under there, got a little dirty, and did it myself. So that's the end of the video. Stay tuned for more boat videos, fishing videos. It's a little rain shower coming on me. Take care, peace out, God bless you, and I'll see you again on the next video. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you can, become a member of the channel. It helps the channel out, and it motivates me to make more videos.